Norwich City second bottom and without a win in the league in 13 games host Queen's Park Rangers, who have the 5th best away record in the division and are just 3 points off the last playoff spot in a bunch of teams from 5th to 15th, where 11 sides are split by just 4 points. 2 changes for the Canaries. Amankwa Forson and Pele Matson come in from the midweek draw against Oxford United. QPR unchanged from the side that won 1-0 at Blackburn. McLean, so often a playmaker for the Canaries. Stacey slips it through. Sargent wins the corner. Done with the covering tackle. Josh Sargent struggling to find form this season. Made a nice run there. Corner in, comes to Marcondes. And still bobbling around. Nodded on, Marcondes again! An early lead for Norwich City. A moment to remember for the recent father, Emiliano Marcondes. Bobbling around in there, Matson and McConville doing their bit. And Marcondes gets his first goal of the season in just the 9th minute. Norwich City second bottom, but in front. Burrell chasing, making a nuisance of himself, doing really well. Burrell's cross, Stacey covering back. Here's goal the difference between these two. In a fixture that's been kind to Norwich, they haven't lost, I should say, any of their last 10 against QPR since 2008. Corner floated in. Kovacevic got a bit lucky, slipped, but his defence was there. Cross in for Field. Field's ball in! Burrell! QPR equalise inside 2 minutes. Great persistence from Dembele, then Field, and a poacher's finish. Burrell 6th in his last 9 league games. QPR's top scorer on target again. Well, Julien Staffan said that since the start of this season, Norwich create a lot of chances and haven't been very clinical, but they're a dangerous side. Here come Norwich, Forson. Now a chance for QPR to build, but a slip from Sato in very tough conditions here as the rain pours down. McLean slaloming through. McLean saved by Nadi. Norwich quick to try and strike back. And tough conditions for goalkeeping in particular. Well, he did score that magnificent goal for Scotland against Denmark to seal World Cup qualifying. Philippe Clement with 1 point from 2 in charge so far. Norwich denied by a 95th minute equaliser in midweek against Oxford. Cross in. Back on the volley. A decent chance to test out Kovacevic. After the header from McConville sat up nicely. Norwich with the worst home record in the division, just 1 point from 8 so far. McLean's cross. Chance to strike. Simple save for Nadi. More promising signs though for the Canaries. He had plenty of promising first halves under recently departed head coach Liam Manning, but struggled to get the goals to show for it. They have already got one here though. Stacey, McLean. Clipped ball over the top. Safety first. Corner conceded. Marcondes keen to get on with it. McLean's corner. And in. Possibly an own goal off Jimmy Dunn. Norwich have their lead back. Well, you have to feel for Dunn. He can't really do a lot about this. He's somewhat unsighted. Just catches his leg and goes in. So many bodies in that 6-yard box. Well, Philippe Clement has talked about wanting to get everyone believing again. Norwich are certainly doing that here. Great move, Sargent, unselfish for Forson! A beauty from Amankwa Forson. Two goals in 3 minutes for Norwich City, who have a 2-goal lead now. The first time they've scored 3 in a game all season, and Carrow Road is rocking. Forson's first of the campaign, and he won't score too many better. Delia Smith and Michael Wynne-Jones, of course, no longer majority owners. That's passed on to Mark Atanasio in recent times. Forson. Stacey, almost. Marcondes was in there sniffing his second. It's not been a happy hunting ground for QPR, just 2 wins in their last 22 here at Carrow Road. A 4-3 win in March 1994 in the Premier League. Simon Barker, Darren Peacock, Gary Penrith and Devon White on target that day for the R's. Speaking of being on target, just wide from Michael Frey. It's a nice bit of service. There was plenty of pace on the ball in. QPR with 7 points from their last 3, including back-to-back wins after just 1 point from 4 before the international break. Here come Norwich, slip ball through from Marcondes. It's a cross for Sargent. And it won't count. Offside against Schwartau. Well, it sums up Josh Sargent's season so far, that he has the ball in the back of the net. And even then, it's disallowed because the assister was half a yard offside. Schwartau not quite timing his run correctly. Philippe Clement with plenty of experience at the likes of Genk, Club Brugge, Monaco and Rangers. Seen as a bit of a coup for Norwich to get him in this position. Could be a fourth. Covering defence just in time to stop Mundell Smith. He might have taken this after the first bounce, but possibly waited a bit too long. That being said, great defence from Norrington Davies. McLean's ball in, too close to Nardi. McConville. Fisher. Nodded down and almost 4-1. Jacob Wright off the bench, desperate to make an impression, having not got many minutes in the Liam Manning era. Wanting to impress the new boss, Clement. Well, Nardi just giving QPR fans a bit of an unnecessary scare there. His side closing in on a first home win of the season. QPR, meanwhile, 15th last season, haven't been in the top 10 in the last 4 seasons. There's been a lot to like about their campaign so far. Can they give Norwich a scare late on? Decent ball across, and not far away on the curler. Great hustle in the channel from Burrell. And you know that Chair's got a bit of magic in him. If that got in, it might have turned the party atmosphere here at Carrow Road into something of a nervous one late on. Frey round the corner. Ball across. Smythe in there fighting for it, and then Frey, and hammered clear, and that will be that. A party atmosphere at Carrow Road. A first win under Philippe Clement. A first league win in 14 games since August. A first home win of the campaign. Have the Canaries finally got a bit of lift-off. The first loss in 4 for Queen's Park Rangers. The gap for Norwich City to safety cut from 7 points to 4. And the home fans can believe once more. It finishes Norwich City 3, Queen's Park Rangers 1.